Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Daphne and today I'd like to tell you all about my experience with a rather high-end cosmetics brand. I'm talking about Bobbi Brown. These are the first ever Bobbi Brown products I have purchased. They may remain the only Bobbi Brown products I will ever purchase because, well, let me start with the beginning. I was always familiar with the brand, but I somehow seem to have a preference for Estee Lauder, and I tend to stick to something that is good if it does the job for me. So whenever I was passing by the Bobbi Brown counters in Holland, in the department store, I never really stopped other than to swatch the famous bricks of color. And those were nice but sparkly, but I already had a similar product, so I was never that tempted to purchase anything from Bobbi Brown. But when I came to Romania in November last year, they opened a store inside one of the largest malls in Bucharest. And well, it's a different feeling, a mall compared to a department store, because each brand has their own shop. There is a Chanel, there is a Bobbi Brown, there is Anastasia, I think, and of course there are other brands inside, shops like Douglas and Sephora and so on. So I entered the Bobbi Brown shop, and of course I was greeted by this very beautiful young lady, exotic looking, and she complimented my makeup. I complimented her sales training skills. We got a bit chit-chatting. I asked her for a recommendation for a foundation because the Estee Lauder foundation I was wearing at the time was too dark for my winter skin. So she recommended the famous stick foundation that is one of their best sold products. She tried it on me, she applied it with a brush, and she did a small makeup, something like 10 minutes or so. I say small makeup because my regular makeup routine to get this type of face on takes at least half an hour. I go through all the prepping, and yeah, I powder several times because I have oily skin. Anyhow, whatever she did to me was nice and I was convinced. She also used the iconic gel eyeliner from Bobbi Brown. So at the end I chose to buy the products that I found most interesting. And I was presented with this beautiful packaging that I kept for so many months because I really wanted to make a review. The Bobbi Brown logo on it. Here is the foundation stick, and here is the gel eyeliner. The price was around 65 euro altogether, I would say. 70 euro. And let's get down to the products, because that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Of course, a very luxurious packaging. I'm a sucker for stuff like this. A heavy product. When you hold it, it comes as a stick. I was matched with the shade 2 called Sand. I'm gonna try and show it to you. Here, if you see it like this, it's still a bit too heavy. If I try and blend it a bit, it almost disappears. I just refused to have the lightest shade of them all. So yeah, by trying the product at home, I first used it with a beauty blender after doing all my research on YouTube and watching all those praising videos about the Bobbi Brown stick foundation. So I made some lines on my face with the stick, and then I blended it out with the beauty blender that I always use and I'm very happy with. Then, as per usual, I powdered with a loose powder, then I applied my highlighter, my bronzer, my blusher, and at the end finishing powder. And then I finished with a finishing spray. I go through all this routine because my skin is oily, and if I did not layer all those powders, my makeup would become slick and it would run off my face, which I don't want to do. Well, after just 2 hours of wear, I could see the foundation crease here at the corner of the external corner of the eye, where everybody gets those crow's feet, or what they're called, which does not happen with my Estee Lauder foundation I'm currently wearing. I thought to myself that maybe I applied it too thickly. The second day I tried wearing the foundation with applying the foundation with a brush, another method that I watched on YouTube. So basically the same thing, first you spread it a bit and then with the brush you just thin it out. Same routine, same result. Again, crow's feet. I think I tried it several times. I never ever got any other result. It's like it doesn't sink in the skin enough, as far as my oily skin is concerned, and that it stays on the surface and then it creases. To this date, I haven't used it anymore because I don't see the point in applying a foundation which will not look great. If you have any suggestions of what I should do to make this wearable, I'm all ears. So this being said, already I had a reason to go back to the counter because I heard somewhere on YouTube that in America they refund you if you want to return your cosmetic products within the time that is specified in their terms and conditions. Anyhow, it was 2 days later, 3 days later. Then the famous eyeliner. Again, the very beautiful packaging. This is the color black ink. I rarely wear any other colors of eyeliner. Well, this was as thick several months ago as it is now, which is much thicker than my usual MAC Black Track Fluid Line foundation that I always wear. So I have to say I was shocked, disappointed. I didn't want to keep the products that I paid so much money for. Who pays money to just have the products sit in their vanity? Unless we're talking about the Guerlain Meteorite or La Durée or other products that are plainly beautiful. So I went back to the counter and I explained that the foundation does not fit my requirements and that the eyeliner is not black enough and not thin enough for the cat eye effect that I normally want to achieve. And I also mentioned that my reference was the MAC Black Track eyeliner, to which the same young lady who did my makeup took me to the mirror again, and she reapplied it to me and she made me reapply it, saying that the product is not faulty, that it just has this particular texture that is a bit more dry, and that's how it behaves. Long story short, they want me to leave the store convinced that I didn't want a refund. To be honest, I did not want to make a scandal, but a refund, yes, I wanted. Because this is a high-end brand. It's not a drugstore makeup brand that you just pay $5 for and then yeah, if it works you're happy, if it doesn't work you toss it and next. This was almost 65 euros that I spent for the product and I was not happy. It did not deliver what I wanted it to deliver. The foundation creased no matter what I did with it, and the eyeliner was, yeah, dull. It wasn't really what I wanted from it, and I kept using the eyeliner because I paid good money for it and because I was out of the MAC one, and I will keep using it. I want to mix it in with a drop of oil, hoping it would loosen up a bit and it would become more like a gel and less like a powder eyeshadow. A disappointment. I did not expect this from Bobbi Brown, especially since these two products happened to be their best sellers. What are your opinions about the Bobbi Brown foundation stick and about the Bobbi Brown gel eyeliner? Did they behave according to your desires? Would you repurchase? All I can tell you is that I've been avoiding the Bobbi Brown shop ever since, although I pass by it every time I go into the mall because no, I don't even want to be bothered trying any other product. The company should have a refund policy, it should be normal, I should not be questioned and persuaded into keeping a product that I'm not using. That was it for today's Bobbi Brown review. I hope you liked my video and that you are going to give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this. Bye for now.